This is Chauncey from Team Archer at Brick and Mojo. This week's Mojo Minute, we're covering part 1 of our 6-part series, Why do FSBOs have so much trouble selling? Most FSBOs just don't know what they don't know. It's hard for them to set expectations for their buyers. There's so much process and procedure. Legal ends need tying up. There's going to be attorneys, lenders with their conditions, inspectors, appraisers, HOAs. There's a lot of paperwork. Our purchase agreement is 17 pages long and is legally required, filled with detail about who bears responsibility during the transaction, what's conveyed and what's not, key timeframes and how they work, all the ground rules for refunding or retaining deposits, and what constitutes a breach. Who exactly is going to explain all of that to a buyer in a FSBO situation? Understanding it won't mean that you understand how it applies to your specific transaction. And that's just one of 3 to 5 required documents. Even answering common questions is a problem. What's the difference between earnest money and a due diligence fee? How many days after due diligence can you get a refund on your earnest money? How much money are we talking about with these deposits anyway? What happens if I give my due diligence to the seller and they don't accept my offer? At what point can the buyer legally back out of the deal? We field these questions every single day. The general public doesn't know what the correct answers are. Not knowing them can lead the buyer and seller into hot water. No listing agent means no disclosure, no understanding of the ethical requirements, not to mention any of the knowledge about what's considered to be a material fact. A courtroom is the last place anyone wants to end up. And that's this week's Mojo Minute. Check us out next week for part 2 of our 6-part series. And as always, we're looking forward to seeing you out there.